Axe Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. If you get a localized pain, chug a large water and cough out the blockage. If your upper lip goes numb, find a way to blow out an unusually solid snot in your nose. If you're about to fall over or pass out, immediately breathe in and out twice all the way. Don't wait until ready. If you're losing balance or falling, put arms out to the side and bend your knees. If you're suffering a large headache, water, food, sleep. Do stuff often before you try to show off or be prepared to crash hard. Don't do hard drugs after you quit. Your heart stops in your sleep. Always remain calm and think of how well you're doing, not what probably won't even happen. Official Chickadee document. Flight Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Spin into a spin out to grab traction before correcting your trajectory. Pick up speed going down, pull full up, then ease off the throttle to complete a full loop. Go into a wing roll with the wing flaps, then randomize it with the tail fin barrel roll. Input your altitude and ground speed into the bomb sight. Input the target sea altitude into the reticle. Circle the building in the mighty AC-130, swing back the wings, rocket out with 4 propellers, 3 types of side guns at night on a broken engine or 2 countermeasure decoys. Use friction to build a top-heavy plane that uses drag for lift while reflecting a radar signal away from the dish. Build a ground attack plane with larger wingspan for more maneuver at low altitude, 7-barrel Gatling cannon and titanium tub seat. Wind tunnel intake, added airfoil inside. Official Chickadee document. Amethyst Maglite Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Obtain a LED Maglite from the hardware store with a spare bulb in the cap and a side button power switch. Shave off all the paint from the top of the cap with a file, the more the better, wipe clean. Mix the JB Weld and remove the cap with a popsicle stick. Apply JB Weld to the cap and set the amethyst in place. Let firm form, use tape to keep in place. Cure well. With the stem of the Maglite, wrap 2 layers in one place of electrical tape and unravel an arm's length. Twist the loose tape and wrap a screw pattern up then down, creating a diamond pattern. Cover the pattern flat, then cover in hockey tape. Make a wrap at both ends in electric tape. Unwrap the cap, put batteries and screw the cap on. Focus the light beam. Official Chickadee document. Athena Chickadee Squad. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Amethyst Maglite Chickadee, Ambulance Humvee Chickadee, Capture for Canada Chickadee, Artillery Chickadee, Family Van Chickadee, Helicopter Chickadee, Alpha 2X Bravo Charlie, Hand Chainsaw Chickadee and Stored, Fireman Pants Chickadee, Cross Pen Chickadee, Officer Chickadee 2 binocular 1 each, Mario Lemieux Rookie Card Chickadee, Marine Rifle Chickadee, Millennial Scrolls Chickadee, Insurgency Work Gloves Chickadee, Ice Fishing Bag Chickadee, Paracord Blade Chickadee, Photo Flip Book Chickadee, Rainbow Six Chickadee, Radio Man Chickadee, Spanish Sword Fight Chickadee 1 and 2, Ready Man Chickadee, Double Bladed Sickle Chickadee, Runic Train Pin Chickadee, 128GB Sport USB Stick Chickadee, Zombie Patches Chickadee, Lumber Mill Chickadee, Watch Out Chickadee, Official Chickadee document. Axe Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Block attack with axe, twirl the axe around in circles to expose and disarm. Stick the pickaxe end of the fireman axe in and use leverage. Hit the rim of the firewood to start a stubborn chunk. Axe a straight line on the face of a straight log, then hammer wedges to split lengthwise. Repeat, trim flat with axe. Cut rope, chop ice, chop roots, crack fruit, trim branches, poke fire, hammer. Axe a notch in the tree, then fall with a straight line through the back. Grab the bottom of the axe handle and swing down from overhead. Grab the middle and bottom with the opposite arms and swing from the side. Put axe head on handle, bang it in towards the bottom of the handle like a card, and hammer metal splints. Axe step on, wiggle, pull out. Throw axe, count rotations into wood face. Sharp rock with bone handle tied by gut. Axe, hatchet, halberd, double axe, rocks axe. Official Chickadee document. Baby Pike Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. PTFO Pike Tackle Fishing, Ontario. Step 1. Catch a baby pike on an egg sack lure early season. Step 2. Fill up a bag that doesn't leak with lake water. Put the fish in. Step 3. Aerate or blow up the bag and seal. Put in the shade. Step 4. Trek back to the truck, unseal the bag, and add more air. Step 5. Drive home, add air to the bag again, and fill the aquarium with room temperature water, and add the treating solution. Step 6. Add the bag to the aquarium, but don't empty. Make sure the bubbler is adding oxygen and flow. Step 7. Empty the bag and free the pike when the temperatures are the same. Official Chickadee document. Base Infiltration Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Stationary machine guns and Gatling turret locations shoot many bullets and usually have lots of ammunition. They can be made heavy, made stationary. Sniper locations are always made the best, more that can be seen and can be camouflaged or entrenched. They can see far with the scope. Barricades slow down the assault. Spike logs wired together or metal beams that stick into vehicles. Door switches, key locations, alarm triggers can be mapped by computer hack, orders, blueprints, overheard voice. Barbed wire fencing, cylindrical, and force you into a path out in the open. Be very cautious. Climbing areas, access shafts, possible item locations, they may surprise the enemy. Roadblocks, gates, barriers, truck checkpoints, guarded. Minefields, tripwire, laser sensors, areas that explode on contact. Official Chickadee document. Beer, gravy / fish batter. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Preparation. Get a large pan and cook as much bacon as desired. Save the drippings and put the bacon aside. Rinse and dry the fish fillets in a bowl of lettuce. Put in gravy with the drippings from the bacon. Add onion, flour or cornstarch, spices, pepper, and beer. Simmer the gravy to thicken. Taste with a spoon and dilute with beer. Add spices. Serving. Put down a plate of cooked French fries. Sprinkle cheese on top. Pour hot thickened gravy to melt cheese. Beer batter fish. Bowl 1. Flour to make it crispier. Dip first. Bowl 2. Egg bowl or add to bowl 3. Dip second. Bowl 3. Flour, crisp, paprika, any other spices, and beer. Dip third. After the fish is rinsed and has been coated sufficiently, cook it in hot oil. Bacon lettuce salad. Place the lettuce in a large bowl on the bottom. Add vegetables on top. Add the crunch, the bacon, and croutons. Mix the bowl with a wooden spoon and pour on the salad dressing while tossing. Vegetables: tomato, cucumber, celery, others. Dressing: vinaigrette, oil, French, Italian. Official Chickadee document. Beer Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Fermented hops and barley. Ethanol produced by yeast, most commonly type Saccharomyces and Carlsbergiensis. Whiskey is distilled beer. Pump it through a filter for full flavor. For a common yeast, baking and turbo yeast are popular. To carbonate beer, add sugar to the sealed product. Caution: law of CO2. At the same temperature, one volume is proportional to the pressure of the gas in equilibrium. Explosive. Ingredients: corn sugar, honey, table sugar, cane sugar, malt extract, molasses, brown sugar, sorghum. Drink cold in an iced mug. Don't let bees fly in. Cooking, drink, share, relax. Music, TV, video games, sports. A break from the work, a relax after. Warm yourself up. Don't let her be invited. Official Chickadee document. Bow and Arrow Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Cured maple saplings stepped on and tied with cured gut. Cured birch arrows with crow feather fletchings in a cured leather satchel. Bang solid rocks against brittle rocks on a rock covered in leather to make the tip. Step on the crossbow and pull back with pulley string until it clicks in. Fill arrow shaft with gunpowder and tip it with flint. Cut a hole in the arrow, drop in poison, cover with wax. Aim for the ear, and if you miss, you can still hit the neck. Reuse the arrow. Break an oil jar and shoot flaming arrows to light it. Shoot the arrow attached to the string, then tie rope and pull it up the string. Take strong plant fibers and twist and loop them to form the bowstring. Use the bow and arrow to knock the fruit down off the tallest limb. Shoot an arrow into the target that explodes an anchor to tie into. Use the bow with reel to fish. Short bow, long bow, recurve compound. Official Chickadee document. Cattail Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Find some fresh cattails in a wet area away from garbage, road, salt train tracks with flowing water. Plan your recipe on the season you're harvesting the plant. Cattail. Typha spp, a large leaves sharp like a swamp fern wrapped around the shoot, tall plant with a brown top and pointy bald top of shoot. Cattail head in the winter makes a good tinder to start a fire for boiling the water and making the recipe. Cattail corn on the cob, early season. The green cattail head, boil 10 to 20 minutes, drain with a plate over the pot, just letting water out. Eat hot like corn on the cob in melted butter, salt, pepper. Cattail pancakes. Simmer the yellow cattail head pollen in a bag. Simply add the pollen as a substitute for flour. 1 pollen, flour, baking powder, salt. 2 whisk, egg, milk, butter. 3 mix 1, 2, 4 brown both sides in a hot pan. Sauteed cattail shoots, all seasons. The white inner stem exposed, sauteed in olive oil and butter on low, 10 to 15 minutes. A pinch of garlic. Pull out cattail roots in fall, winter. Clean, char on flame, peel off char and chew. Official Chickadee document. Cauldron of Curses Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Imp, you turn into a small shelled creature with 1 attack, and Imp has a spell. Poison, your body absorbs toxins, causing a slow health drain. Confused, you attack yourself and allies. Mute, none of your spells can be spoken. Doom, the Grim Reaper lifts your soul out of form, causing fall. Zombify, you are dead and hungry for brains until referred. Tid. Shrink your body and stats become tiny in comparison. Blind, you can't see and often miss your physical attacks. Toad, you are a tiny frog, hit in half one attack, you might get stepped on. Petrify, you are a solid statue of you with lots of defense, but do nothing and cannot win. Weak, your attack lowers drastically and accumulates every use. Sleep, you stop getting ready for more, but wake up eventually. Drain, saps health points and magic through elapsed time. Bad luck, stuff happens to you. Official Chickadee document. Cheat codes. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Personal combat cheats. Plus equip readies your best gear. Plus cash calls in an airdrop. Plus capture plants the flag. Plus sniper max reach. Plus ribbon protects from status ailments. Plus maxes out the learning curve. Territory cheat codes. Plus fog of war completes the map. Plus storage, store more inventory. Plus materials receive store credit. Plus / free enterprise, free transactions and ship. Plus currency money refills. Plus collect harvest all goods instantly. Perk cheat codes. Plus unlock access to unlockables. Plus health, full health with no afflictions. Plus source, a large backing. Plus inspiration, the willpower to go on. Plus fear face adversity at your choosing. Plus display / analyze reads the current. Empire cheat codes. Plus spawn summons and grows. Plus stage wins the current map. Plus landscape forms the terrain. Plus diplomacy / borders expands the map. Plus adapt / utilize everything functions. Classic cheat codes. Plus fly, plus invisible, plus invulnerable, plus objective. Official Chickadee document. Chickadee's scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Chickadees are as soft as a cloud in a cotton patch with silkworms following tiny snowflakes. Titmost post-ill chickadees, cutie pie fluff birds. NWC Valhalla, no range restrictions, like source power-up, summon Damascus, chainpin running birds on Zulu code. Canadian chickadees would pay millions for me. Welcome to the nest, make pleased to acquaint. Black-cap chickadee, boreal chickadee, mountain chickadee, Carolina chickadee, chestnut-back chickadee, gray-headed chickadee, Mexican chickadee. Tweet chirp, peck, life 3, cure 3, heal 3, pretty birds, gotta stay outside. There's windows, window decals, stained glass, a tree bush to slow descent. Tiny head, round body, beloved bird of North America. Suet seeds, insects, nuts, fresh berries, plant buds. Queen chickadee relics, 3 bird ring, bird on a stick ring, jeweled bird brooch, bird earrings, chickadee rings, sterling silver bird necklace, engraved bird and tree ring. Official Chickadee document. Chocolate chickadee design. Queen Chickadee's declaration. The white chickadee belly and cheeks. A luscious white chocolate oval and triangle filled with amaretto flavored cream and crispy amaretto nibs. The chickadee's wings and tail feathers. Featherlight mousse surrounded by rich milk chocolate decorated by dark chocolate flourish wing texture lines. The beak and feet made for bite face. A bittersweet dark chocolate combinations of triangles and legs is topped with delicate cocoa shavings, providing a richly nuanced and layered discovery of hazelnut and cocoa. The nest or tree branch with crunch. This unique creamy confection made with the finest hazelnuts is a passion for tree bark. The tree that houses the chickadees. A nutty praline base combines with a soft buttery salted caramel saplines, corn, a delectable milk chocolate. Official Chickadee document. City-town scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Forager / herbalist, explore, leave untouched. Fisherman, sure why not, it looks nice outside. Tailor, cured leather and sheep wool warm coat. Storage unit and firewood mill. build first to make hard times a success. Trader, saving game building to supply seeds, cows, chickens, sheep, filling storage units. Laborer, builder, miner, adjust constantly. Farm, plot, orchard, herd, pasture, food sources that need to be maintained and monitored. Hunting cabin, unreliable food and leather. City hall, time to build more storage units for your growing population. Church and hospital, a healthy helping hand for healing. Roads and well, faster walking speed with a wheelbarrow and water to fight fires. Market, all the town's goods in one place, also handy for storage. Forester, cut trees, plant saplings for logs and healthy forests. Blacksmith, build tools from ore and logs, think harder, work less. Bridges/tunnels, a path through rough terrain like new. Brewer and pub, fermented sugars and fruits and vegetables, offering that thing. Official Chickadee document. Dagger/stiletto scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Cross daggers to catch the blow quick and slowly slow down the strike from initial impact. Break the stiletto end off and throw it hard. Use what they had. Use full adrenaline to swing hard and maintain cut for the through. Flex and lunge both daggers at full reach into the same spot and open your arms as you reposition up. Evade into a tactical position. Swing with both arms hard, much quicker than a sword, exposing more targets than swing patterns. Come down, one chopping, the other 90 degrees, handle to handle upon shoulder. Drop to one knee, impaling fallen foes. Sneak behind and thrust down the neck into torso. Sharpen regular and wipe clean often. Hold the stiletto at a slight angle to bounce between ribcage bones. Inner leg and arm arteries, slow down bleed. Ear, temple, heart, jugular, clavicle, headshots. Official Chickadee document. Emily Proctor scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. I like dogs, chickadees, and Emily Proctor emotionally. Good luck all. I have a train pin. I only go one way with Emily Proctor. Ti amo Emily Proctor, mio amore, se la mia vita. I'd be a coniferous tree for Emily Proctor to give firewood, antibiotic mushrooms, a winch destination, a natural water filter, air scrubber. If Emily Proctor was my wife, I would let her have pets and share my pets with her. I want to scar Emily Proctor emotionally by not harming a Canadian chickadee. I would love Emily Proctor even more if she likes American chickadee, honky tonk chickadee. Emily Proctor is my Lee Enfield emotional good luck all. DOIWTWTLDWOG. Emily Proctor is the biggest sweetheart in the Milky Way of eons. Official Chickadee document. Escape scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. With your bootlace around both feet and the binding in between, perform short and long bicycle kicks for eating synthetic and break natural rope stands. Keep turn pressure while fumbling the tumblers as they lock, turning the key. Put 2 wrenches in a padlock and break it out easy by squeezing. Listen for tumbler clicks on combo locks with an inverted cup. Complete the circuit under the dashboard. Hook and pull up between the window and door frame with a hooked ruler. Majority of handcuffs use the same key. Slide in a thin metal to keep the cuff teeth up. With the zip tie facing up, push out with your thumbs and slam your wrists through your pelvis forcefully. Free an arm in a straitjacket by dislocating it, then flip over your head. Wet silk scarf twisted into bent bars. Smash a screwdriver to strip the lock. Iron rust and aluminum shavings ignited. Salty water and electric current rust. Hacksaw drill, chisel, angle grinder, boarding hook. Official Chickadee document. Eternal tree scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Hanging tree platform, deep iron roots, inverted glass orb soil moistener, signal tower. Chirp switch, lamppost, nest material, clothesline, umbrella, top shade, communion tree hollows with mirror polished finish. Tube and metal bearing pack dispenser, pack cleaner, tree bark, wind tunnel air filtration, air pressured pollen outlets. Antibiotic moss, nutrient sponges, fruit and fungi, seeds and cone adaptable branches, leaves and branches regrowth. Heat, sun, and soil mixing blades, turbine wind transmission, and branch hydraulic vanes with check valves, hydrostatic transmission. Fire resistance, not edible for worms, amphibious, winch eyelets, reform, memory wood, heat generation. Official chickadee document. Feather pattern Damascus, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Obtain box tube or steel pipe to fill with chain pin sections. Coat the inside with whiteout and dry well. Press chain pin sections from flat into a W pattern. Flatten and overlap. Press through a thick, flat section of chain pin through the pattern, through the box tube without scratching. Cut the bottom flush and weld shut. Flip upside down and bang steel powder into all the crevices. Once there is no oxygen left, weld the top shut. Heat the canister to welding temperature and cut off the shell. Cure your billet in a hot liquid feather pattern Damascus. Forge the feather pattern Damascus chain pin billets. Form with heat and hammer or press. Stack into a workable form. Heat, manipulate, drill, twist, and finally weld together your bird statue. Forge the statue hot, hammer smooth, and bang off impurities. Press the bottom flat, file, polish, coat wax. Official chickadee document. Fire scroll, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Collect bundles of stick, birch bark, crumpled newspaper, cotton pads, the tinder or bottom layer. Use reclaimed wood, slivered firewood, broken down branches as starter and layered over top. Ignite the starter by lightening the tinder with a Bic lighter, refueled Zippo lighter. Pulled out cotton sparking flint, focusing sunlight with a magnifying glass or spinning sticks with the rope boat method. Optional accelerant, be cautious, gas vapor settling underneath or rapid expansion of flames. Throw a lit torch, match, or lit chunk of cardboard. Add fuel, oxygen, air on top to build up a coal bed. It'll burn hotter. Continue feeding the fire and poking the outer rim in. Fuel, log cut to size, chopped by axe. Warmth, keep mosquitoes away, boil water, cook food, dry clothes. Official chickadee document. Fish self-defense. Scroll, Queen Chickadee's declaration. 1. Twist the head until the neck snaps. 2. Finger knuckle to ear, heart, temple. 3. Karate chop, windpipe, and jugular. 4. Punch spine in blackout kidneys. 5. Use blood chokes and wind chokes. 6. Punch both lungs and roundhouse kick. 7. Headbutt mouth and tear neck arteries. 8. Stab blade out, twist in and drag along. 9. Rip the ready arrow free and stab neck. 10. Throw flat open-handed knives. 11. Hug and twist to break limbs. 12. Disarm knives with a scarf. 13. Use enemies to block enemies. 14. Space fingers to enter eye sockets. 15. Fist, palm, elbow, kick, stomp, knee. 16. Kick one enemy back and fight the other. 17. Put the hanging rope below the ear to snap the neck. 18. Leg bars and arm bars without referee. 19. Anarchist cookbook sabotage, don't inhale. 20. Watch the tip of the weapon, block swinging arm. 21. Step into a solar plexus center mass punch. 22. Kick the nerves on inside legs and arms. 23. Break the bone from shoulder to neck. 24. Dodge into an attack. 25. Foot stomp or punch to the jaw. 26. Wrap fingers around the thumb and pull. 27. Grab a punch and place knee on armpit pull. 28. Flip towards enemies with sword holstered. 29. Repeated bonks down on skull to spine. Official Chickadee document. Fishing scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Bobber fishing, cast out line with a floating strike indicator. Casting, cast out your line and reel in at desired speed. Top water, cast out your line and jerk, reel it in to cause a ruckus. Jigging, drop your line down, up and down. Drop shot, have a separate line attached that has a sinker on bottom. Waterfall, activate your divers in flowing water. Spearfishing, swim around with flippers and a spear gun with an elastic. Bird fishing, put a ring on a fishing bird neck and let him catch fish. Trolling, drive around slow with line out. Fly fishing, cast out lots of line and whip it around to look like a water bug. Bow fishing, stay still and shoot fish with an arrow attached to line. Minnow trap, put bread in a basket that tiny fish go in and get stuck. Net, throw a net that expands as it sinks or catches fish swimming. Trot line, 2 jugs with line attaching them and shooting down more lines. Official Chickadee document. 5-star General Scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. 5 stars. War costs money. Begin with a supply depot. 5 stars. RPG troops and units for when the power goes out. Minimalize large hits. 5 stars. Build lots of tractors for use at first to build and importantly later to repair. 5 stars. Check large radar blips urgently for damage being done at an assessment. 5 stars. 2 gears in a casing intermeshed, allowing a one-way hydraulic flow on the toxic tractor. 5 stars. Always take the risk to take out super weapons. Hit hard. 5 stars. Once you lock down the territory, capture buildings, import, export, and a quick sale. 5 stars. Coordinate advance. Proceed big. 5 stars. Tow missiles with pistons pushing out the casing on 4 sides to steer towards ground and air hostiles. 5 stars. Missiles form to unravel out the front and form the explosion. Official Chickadee document. Flower meaning scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Rose, Rosa, I love you. Love is like a wild rose, beautiful and calm, but ready to draw blood in defense. Daisy, Bellis perennis, I wish you happiness. Daisy, simple and sweet, daisies are the way to win my heart. Violet, Viola, I think you're sweet, I must have flowers always and always. Tulip, tulip, I'm sorry, forgive me. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Sunflower, helianthus, be brave, you can do it. Never look directly at the sun, look at the sunflower. Carnation, dianthus, caryophyllus, you're my best friend. Flowers like friends bring color to your life. Official Chickadee document. Gamer backpack scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Mythical, enchanted, and mastercrafted swords, shields, and bows. Powerful and exquisite rings. Top-end cars, high horsepower trucks, and fast boats. Ship requisitions. Massive amounts of money in many currencies, stock in companies, house steeds, potions to cure, heal, and restore, food coming from self-sustaining cities, scroll books, tales, maps, information books, paintings, impound tags, and pardons. Access cards to areas, save points, so you don't get knocked too far back, and unspent skill points to use that move. Rarities only found in the astral plane, and materials are foraged. All sorts of fishing tackle rods and 007 James Bond gadgets, work tools. Tough, fancy, and classy luxury outfits. Full gear sets, interchangeable guns, knives, explosives, goggles, boots, gloves. Rare Holy Grail artifacts and relics. Expensive furniture, real materials. Unlock characters to look for pets. Official Chickadee document. Summon Godzilla, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Godzilla 90s, smooth texture with crystalline tail fin, special atomic shockwave. Anguirus, Komodo dragon with an armored spiked shell, special energy spikes. Megalon, horned titan insect with underground boar arms, special magnetic vortex. Godzilla 2000, walking lizard for more time on the earth, grown out, special atomic shockwave. King Ghidorah, three-headed flying hydra with dragon skull and tail, special Deathstorm. Gigan, spiked belly and spine praying mantis lizard bug, special spinning fury. Rodan, pterodactyl dragon with gargoyle legs, special bird turret. Final boss, Destroya. Official Chickadee document. Godzilla 90s 2000 button list. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Game controls, D-pad and control stick movement. Yellow C stick, aim kaiju's head. A button punch attack, B button kick attack, X button fierce attack, Y button block, Z button hold down to charge beam attack, tap to fire projectile. L button duck/run, R button jump/fly, A button plus B button grab, A, B, or X throw. A button plus X button rage attack, B button plus X button get up attack if fallen. Godzilla combos. Right plus A single hammer fist, left plus A double hammer fist, up plus A overhand attack, down plus A uppercut, right plus B headbutt, left plus B double kick, down plus B stomp, right plus X tail uppercut, left plus X tail reverse, up plus X tail whip, down plus X tail sweep, tap Z atomic fireball. Right towards enemy, left away from enemy, up on control stick, down on control stick. Official Chickadee document. Hat powers scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Baseball cap ups your fitness level while getting busy with your favorite logo. Winter toque keeps your ears warm while comforting you ice fishing. Cowboy hat blocks elements above while guarding the pasture like a cowboy below. Bandana blocks sun and wind while being a big fisherman in a healthy urban jungle. Crown defensive, blessed by relics while ruling your space. Masquerade/Halloween mask casts a random meaning while removing the interloper's status. Helmet raises defense while not raising any red flags. Visor extends light while helping your eyes adapt from light pollution. Tricorn hat and beret increases authority while using experience to proceed. Clown hat uses agility while making your talent entertaining. Bowler boonie raises style while bush or bar. Official Chickadee document. Life Cure Heal Scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Life 1 reanimates your body to 1 health. Cure 1 decontaminates some ailments. Heal 1 rejuvenates to some degree. Reishi mushroom chopped in boiled tea. Snow melted to water boiled for drink. Rosehip tea, a natural painkiller. Application, slow negative, stop zeros, haste positive. Life 2 reanimates and fully heals. Cure 2 eliminates ailments and heals. Heal 2 fully restores the body. Bandage, stop bleeding, apply pressure, antiseptic, disinfect the wound, old man's beard lichen, antiseptic wrap. Health point, scan display, regen gain. Life 3 reanimates twice and heals. Cure 3 decontaminates all and fully heals. Heal 3 heals, cures, and revives at fall. Grab the ankle and roll fallen onto shoulder. Solid sticks tied to steady broken bones. Pine needle smoke Morse code on a fire. User status mute silence. Sleep rest muddle confuse berserk attack float hover reflect bounce imp on and off vanish invisible antidote depoison remedy on zombie. Cook food for taste texture safety so on. Defenses safe physical show magical official chickadee document. Hockey penalties scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Holding, grabbing an opponent and slowing. Hooking an opponent with your stick and slowing. Tripping, pulling an opponent's skate out, causing fall with your stick. Slew footing, kicking an opponent's skate out, causing a fall. Delay of game, intentionally shooting the puck out of bounds. Too many men having too many players on the ice at once. Checking from behind, hitting from behind, charging, taking too many strides into a body check. Boarding, hitting a player where the head and body impact head first. Fighting, grabbing the opponent's jersey by the collar and punching. Interference, body checking the goalie, spearing. Wedging your stick against the boards to spear a clean check. Slashing, swinging your stick to cause damage to arm or leg. Cross-checking, a body check with stick. Official Chickadee document. Hunting scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Watch for crows overhead. Check freshness and directions of markings and tracks. Scrub down with scentless soap and try to stay downwind. Aim for the ear if you miss. Neck shot, vitals largest target. Stuff snow in your mouth to hide your breath. Use iron sights, no sun glare. Cut shooting lanes in front of your stand. Flush out game through a narrow point in the landscape to point men there waiting. Only make native sounds. Open your cans as soon as you get there and any other things keeping from still. Train your hunting dog at birth. Keep him behind the gun, bringing fetches back to you, not play. Shave down the meat off a pelt and cure it properly for leather and guts for a string. To sew tie fish make a bow. Hunt tree lines where landscapes blend. Look for food sources or drop fruit bait. Official Chickadee document. Hydra's scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. I'm summoned hydras fear me. One hydra can attack 6 armies at once, one with its tail. Hydras do maximum damage. Hydras tear down and apart gates. Hydras can be assembled in armies of armies per unit. Hydras can be transported by ship. Hydras have amazing comprehension. Hydras cannot be cheated. Hydras annihilate skeletons, ghosts, vampires, zombies. Hydras equalize. Sea monsters, devils, all types of dragons, thunderbirds, angels. Hydras relay command of structures. Hydras can incorporate any type of unit. Hydras campaign with fallen and healthy. Hydras travel ice, lava, swamp, castle walls, wastelands, clouds, forests, deserts, caverns. Hydras appear as paladins on horseback. Hydras access restricted zones. Hydras shine fog of war. Hydras stand ready. Official Chickadee document. Ice fishing scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Minnows feed pellets, worms, lure, jighead. Attached to the line, spool to a lever with a telescopic flag on a spring. Ice pick, auger, ice saw, axe, drill, and ice bit. Kick out a circle and stomp down a fire pad. Put your line on a counterbalance that triggers lights or rattles when nibbled. Hat, scarf, winter coat, 2-layer clothing, sunglasses, gloves, rescue ice picks. Make a slush windshield from the whole slush and scoop snow, break ice and scoop out. Place the spool on the ice and use an elastic to attach your flag loosely on a twig above. Bag of chips, newspaper, birch bark, used oil. Drag your plastic toboggan to underwater rocks, clearings and weeds, logs, shallow drops. Stand up and walk around often to stay warm. Fish hut, pop-up tent, tied down tarp. Plant your lines outside the fish hut and go back cleaning and checking them. Fish cam, fish indicator, hut on clear ice, GPS waypoint, land formations. Drop the line to bottom, reel snug, then up 1 foot, jig up and down as to entice. Snow machine, quad skis, snowshoes. Pack up and leave the way you came in. Official Chickadee document. Imp Scroll, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Telling me I'm imperfect, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm simple, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm unimportant, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm weak and limp, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm impoverished to you, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm improvident at task, that's like casting imp. Telling me I need improvement to succeed, that's like casting imp. Telling me my outlook is impotent, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm prison to disarm, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm pitiful with weak attack, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm proper definition of imp, that's like casting imp. Telling me I'm imperiled, that's like casting imp. Official Chickadee document. Instrument boost scroll, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Drum, the beat comes out in a combo rhythms as played. Guitar, the guitar riffs hit chords, shocking and aftershocking. Piano, with enough keys for everyone in the audience, the piano player rules the auditorium. Microphone, the singer at the mic has a voice impervious to mute. Horn, the ultimate signal device, and it plays music. Maracas, fun as your drunk chats, you consume more alcohol. Bagpipe, gathered together, gaining honor, the place becomes a class act. Harmonica, enough notes to play the song, yet soothing and quiet. Party whistle, open chest, we've been patiently awaiting this time. Harp, deep chords, usually accompanied by a siren call. Saxophone, reeded instrument to sing the blues with more people may have. Official Chickadee document. Land, sea, air hydras. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Land hydras, lush eyelashes, tail horns, jagged fangs stare, bonus sails, speed on lava, climb walls, push and pull, squeeze, rare land loot, cave vision. Sea hydras, googly eyes, high-speed water tail, pike bite, bleed, sailor friendly, sunken caverns, puncture and grapple, sink, rare sea loot, can't breathe under lava. Air hydras, pretty feathers, flight maneuver tails, sharp peck deep, winter, bonus, regulate wind, land at cavern tops, carry and drop claw, rare air loot, jump over mountain. Official Chickadee document. Lee Enfield scroll, Queen Chickadee's declaration. Magazine assembly, butt plate trapdoor assembly, nose cap assembly, stacking swivel assembly, fore end stud, front swivel assembly, front handguard cap assembly, inner band screw, protector nut, front guard screw, trigger guarded assembly, trigger assembly, bolt head, extractor assembly, locking piece, stock bolt, buttstock swivel assembly, receiver nose cap nut, rear sight protector, rear handguard, barrel, front sight base, inner band, rear sight base, rear sight axis leaf, rear sight leaf, rear sight slide, rear sight spring cutoff assembly, safety assembly, bolt head retaining spring assembly, sear and magazine catch ejector. Official Chickadee document. Lumber mill scroll, Queen Chickadee's Declaration. 1. Pick the wood up in the middle with the forklift, pile it straight on the log deck, or use the articulating middle to swing it in. 2. Roll wood on the saw one at a time. Cut one bark slab for a flat edge to use. Continue flipping log and cutting pile bark in the slab rack. Pull edgy wood to the next station. Pile finished wood on crossers right there. Cut boards out of the rim of the log and get large timbers from the core. 3. Take a chunk of edgy wood at the next station. Assess the wood to see if you can get more wood with a narrow and long cut or short and wide. Stack the edge cutting in that rack, pile finished and endy wood separate. 4. Take a chunk of endy wood at the next up station. Line the end you are trimming with the saw and pile on the track. Pile board ends on the forklift and take all the finished wood outside. 5. Set up crossers to pile wood on. In 2-foot tolerance pile wood to size. Use 1 by 1 to pile and dry with airflow. Official Chickadee document. Mountain House. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. A driveway carved up with a face cut out, sunroom windows in the entrance leading into the mountain. Boulder landscape barriers in the rain shed drainage with sheds of sand and charcoal purify. A water-powered elevator to the top of the mountain with tunnels, windows, and cargo doors. Top-level viewports with trees, birdseed sheds, bird baths, and planters' picnic areas. Flat stages with rails for catching rock slides and snow slides. Basement cut down from the entrance that drains without any pumps needed with air fans circulating. Kitchen, bathroom, woodroom, microscope lab, computer room, forge, dining room, bedroom, cold storage. Official Chickadee document. NWC Valhalla Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. NWC Valhalla, I win this scenario at aim. Aim, shooting the dynamite zombie first. Aim, the side entrance narrow corridor bathroom with a pile of bricks at the sink. Aim, running up the torso to donkey kick someone holding your arms. Aim, the top level of the broken scaffolding, blasting horde as they round the corner of until overtaken to then jump down and run faster back. Aim, shotgun, open hinges, flashbang, clear on Zulu code with a phosphorus grenade hand to lean and support. Aim, making a gas mask from a 2-liter pop bottle, tape, elastic, cotton pads, and charcoal. Star charcoal can be mated by inverting a smaller can of wood in a burning barrel, then emptying after. Aim, objective delta, where the entry point has a downward staircase with pillars on both sides in columns and rows, and the balcony head leading stairs up the sides and the back. Aim, hiding with the bush midway and cover to see a lane and not be in the bush that gets shot up with a scope. Official Chickadee document. Pemmican Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. You'll need 4 cups lean meat or a pound of deer, caribou, moose, 3 cups blueberries or dry fruit, 2 cups rendered fat or half pound, optional nuts and honey. Get about 1.5 pounds of lean grass-fed shoulder roast and let it firm up in the freezer so you can slice it thin. Add salt and pepper, set the oven to the lowest possible temperature, 150 degrees. And put the strips of meat on the rack with a handful of blueberries to dry. Crack the door to prevent moisture buildup. Let the meat dry 15 hours until crispy. Pound or grind it into a powder as well with the blueberries. For the fat portion, you can use tallow, beef or lamb fat or lard pork fat. Cut up your fat in small chunks and place them in the crock pot on low. Once liquid, remove and strain all the chunks of waste out. Mix the meat and berry powder in a bowl together and slowly add the fat in liquid until it saturates the mix. Let it firm up, then cut it in squares or roll it in balls, proportional servings. Store the pemmican and wax paper individually in bags in a dark, cool place. Official Chickadee document. Pillar powers. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Grenade dispenser gear cycle. Electric zap Tesla coil. Magic weakness scanner. Objective hacker / target locker. Cheat code activator. Powerful magnets and vacuums. Lean and shoot tactics. Summon pods. Grain / seed silo. Hydraulic lava spouts. Electromagnetic pulse towers, pumping speakers, guitar amps, time portal rippers, formation projector, weed smoke bubblers, bird's nest on top, ultraviolet lights, plus power-up generators, variable activators, spirits on top, suds, flashbang, sparker, depressed oxygen in fire, Wi-Fi hubs, VPN, runic pedestals, beam, phaser, laser, excited particles, boiled water, potable water, healing fountains, alchemy tea, PTO, power transfer tools, tow missile launcher, Gatling cannons, cook furnace, fireplace, gas pump, air compressor. Official Chickadee document. Trap water elementals. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Mossy hole with a cup covered in clear plastic holding a rock in place over the cup. Inhale, exhale, inhale, full lungs, chug tankard. Snow melted water boiled for drink, potable water, boiled lake water. Filter, cloth, sand, charcoal, sand, water heated to steam, cooled back to water somewhere else. Tarp hung with a hole at the bottom and a hole in the middle. In the rain, pouring into bucket. The proper amount of water purification tablets per unit. Boiled in a pot and stored in the dark. Mechanical pump with a handle that closes on the way up and opens on the way down, letting in water. String through the tube, dip in water and pull the string through to siphon. Drill down into water veins, pump up. Bottle, canteen, carafe, thermos, cup. Official Chickadee document. Potatoes scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Start off getting a potato, lying flat on the outside. At the bottom is the old stem scar, moving up to germinating eye buds, potato eyes, and shoots. The potato is covered by skin, cortex, and vascular ring. Inside the potato is paramedullary zone with a pith from stem end to bud end, branches of medullary raised to the eyes. One potato can be cropped in chunks containing all in one. Planted, the potato will grow roots underneath and a stem on top and stolons underneath. The stem will grow leaflets and the stolons will grow developing potatoes. The life of a potato begins as a whole potato which forms eyes. When shoots grow from the eyes, you can crop it and plant it in soil. The roots form and small potatoes form in the soil. The potato on the roots grow larger and the plant's leaves turn yellow. The potatoes are dug out. Official Chickadee document. Potion Lake Scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Healing gems washing down river in the pebble bottom. Health fog in the morning and health rainy days, soft fluffy health snow. Healthy plants that have evolved to produce potion seeds. Automatically filter and detoxes, is always potable and usable. Best liquid to boil a cup of alchemy tea. Enthusiasts call it magical. No one can be hurt by playing house league hockey on it. Water bombers undo fire damage and the vapors of health are inhaled. Fish never die of natural causes and are clean of infected wounds and parasites. Fixes birds who eat from sludge lake bottoms. The berries on the shoreline heal from bug bites and actually taste like eel. Health fountains are great fun and totally safe to water ski through. Has no nutritional value, but you can't die if you continue consuming it. Official Chickadee document. PTFO scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. PTFO put the fire out like the Russian at Chernobyl. PTFO played the King objective like the Commonwealth at Normandy Beach. PTFO, pristine taken focus outdoors, chickadees are too soft to touch. PTFO, prospecting tunnel for Sudbury Big Nicholas massive rumbled choo-choo. PTFO, pike tackle fishing Ontario, fish have like 100 babies each per time. PTFO, pretending to fly overhead, can you even build F-117A on vacation? PTFO, plant tree forest oxygen, saplings take time for growth and curing. PTFO, petal tulip, flower offing tulipa. I'm sorry, forgive me, a garden tomorrow. PTFO, potato tank, follow ours, grow 100 pounds of potatoes in a 4x4 foot box. PTFO, Penguins team for defensive, Mario Lemieux is the top-notch player and role model. PTFO, proof to first officer, save your experience often, should be using it. Official Chickadee document. Quad driver scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. To wheelie, kick the clutch up and push the throttle. When you drop the clutch revving, it will pull a catwalk. Don't fully submerge the airbox in puddles. Keep the speed enough to lift. Then front up and grab the back. Hit the mud in second gear and keep the tires spinning. Bounce and rock to wiggle through. For a nudge when you're stuck, pull the rear rack and gas it. If you're bad in, lift opposite ends up and drop over. For more pull with one rope, find a tree, boulder, bumper, and multiply pull by looping back with pulleys and snatch blocks. Four-wheel drive, 4 seasons, be more cautious on ice and racing puddles. Never try to stop with your feet and let others ahead of you distance when you follow downhill. Listen to music, keep an eye out, put out your smokes on that tough girl. Hit the fallen log straight on and not drag. Align the compass to hit the road out. Official Chickadee document. Real life quad trip scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Drop off the quad at the landing. First trail, a deep fish spawn creek. Turn around, the second trail is flooded, but in between 2 beaver dams is a trail. At the end of the crossover, a face in the mountain and a wrong choice of trails, the cleanest. A bit swampy at first, shoes ruined, pulling and lifting. Still on the same trail, this hole is pretty deep. Get off and give throttle in second gear, get stuck. Some holes so deep, lift the airbox out. Up and down, scenic hills, trees to jump over, dirty valleys, cattail plants. Come to a dense forest and the trail goes under a massive tree hanging over top. It's a trail. It leads to a beach, I know. So we follow it. Too late to turn back now, no way to proceed. Only way to make it is to borrow a 15-foot boat. Load the quad in and grab 1x4 lumber. With the boat only inches from going under on a calm day, singing and laughing about the current situation. Make it to the right lake and unload. Pull the boat up. Great trail back. Sauna is lit and take a swim with the 1999 Honda 4Trax. Official Chickadee document. Race car scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. When transports first come into focus, they look to be in a different lane from their size. Both lanes are figuratively the same approach rate. Lay off the gas, cresting the hill and rounding the curve. Turn into a slide out to slam flat sideways and distribute the damage. Try to pick the line with the fewest sharp turns driving off the tarmac. Hit the brakes, double tap the gas and turn side to side in a drift for constant angle correction. Boost the straight line off a turn by gluing it in with a nitrous shot. Don't follow directly behind cops with powerful brakes for long periods. Burn your tires at the start line with the brakes and gas to heat and soften the rubber, providing increased traction. Judge the size of the tree you're faced with, testing your luck around. Cool down your pursuit by distance and sneaking into cover from the roads and above. Turn off lights and listen in silence. Try to stay in first place all race so Mistakes don't build up against you. Porsche, Lamborghini, Bugatti, BMW, Dodge, Aston Martin, McLaren, Ford. Official Chickadee document. Raven Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Flocks of ravens are called a conspiracy. Just what are they up to? Crow, crow, caw. Wildlife scrapper tussle bird losing feathers to be used in making arrows. Wings dark as sin, appearing as shady as a cloudy night with no light pollution. Game show puzzle bird for food as reward and much pleasure to test. As upon the tallest decrepit flying zombie still holding form. Flocks of crows are called a murder, just doing it for food, why not farmer? Ravens and crows east to west, yelling for the whole forest to hear and listening to word in the trails. Always warm in the sun, absorbing light and blending into the shadows, spawning many rare albino ravens. Ravens live about 30 years in the forest, growing a proud beard, while crows live about 10 years in the city. Nice clean cut. Circle the wounded prey above in eyesight and come back with you for a chicken egg to eat. Release into flight from your ship to find land. Collect toys and return to the flock. Official Chickadee document. Relic Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Sunlight Ring increases max health and adds regen during daylight. Heart of the Jungle. Poison resistance and max health, run speed, regen all up. Tiger Fang necklace, stuff like that. The Ether Amulet adds max health, stamina, and critical chance. Enduring Charm increases stamina. Heroic Signet of the Alchemist, yield more potent flower dust. Merchant Amulet, better market prices. Antitoxin Ring improves poison resistance. Heroic Flaming Eye necklace can be used to start a fire. Ring of Secrets at night, poison resistance and regen, raised max health. Lost Ring of the Sea, sailing speed, max health, stamina, strength, all up. Amulet of Hope, critical hits are increased when injured. Healing Band increases all stats related to health points. Eleanor's Ring, raised max health and regen during the daytime. Ribbon protects from status ailments. Topaz Ring adds to your max food intake. Emerald Ring, a valuable ring, adds armor. Ring of Flight, feel light on your feet. Official Chickadee document. Royal Chickadee Power-Up. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Filled up through layers of sequence, quickly, repeatedly, with maximum ability, using all learned skill at a higher number, at a higher level. Included by sources, kingdoms, kings and queens, crown land, royal seals, 007 franchise. Amplified, magnified at full adrenaline, scoring the critical twice at once, quick, enduring easily. Chanted performance, emotionally classic, intense about your character. With the proper intentions, paladin class naturally. Official Chickadee document. Runic Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Magic Source, Magic Runic Absorb. Doom Steal Your Soul Runic. NWC Valhalla Runic this scenario. Ice 3 Icicles Hail, Snow Slides Runic. Magic Capture Runic. No range restrictions Runic anywhere. Zombify Flesh Eating Automaton Runic. Runic Train Pin Tons of Runic Cargo. God Rays Restrain Balls of Heat Runic. Magic shifted to your own Runic gain. Summon Runic Birds living off the land. 0 count health to 1 Runic. Magic Community Runic. Like Source Power Up Runic. More Runic. Fire 3 Flame Cyclones Meteors Runic. Unharmful Magic Runic Untrick. Party of 4 Runic. Runic Attack. Should have learned Runic. Likes averted to power Runic 5 likes. Bolt 3 over resistance. Blinding Runic. Weak blade more Runic potential. Devastating buffs and debuffs Runic. Confused petrified toad Runic. Magic news same old Runic. Bad luck magic Runic points. Open a trap chest Runic equip. Bad magic Runic refinery. Go ahead and Runic away. Official Chickadee document. Runic Refinery Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Burn the magic down and compress the ashes into a unique diamond. Pound the magic into liquid and heat it thick. Spin it out into thread. Burn the magic to forge the metal. Cure and warm magic. Squeeze the magic through the grinder, then filter and make potions, alchemy tea. Cure the magic in a closed space after it's been cleaned pure. Shake it all together in the dye, ink, paint. Bank the magic to be used on site. Add it to a sacrificial part on a blowback shield. Coil weave the magic through so when it finally gets to be used it comes out with more power or small fractions quicker. Read to it during reform and build it into hype upon release. Boil the magic in a runic melting pot and skim settled purity levels. Capture the magic and pour acid rain into the bottle or crate. Feed the magic to the disciples. Official Chickadee document. Starship Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Propulsion: the coil engine flows in reverse, creating thrust, but then gets cancelled out on return. Weapons and self-defense. Like Source Zap, Gatling cannons, Pac-Man launcher, and battle cannon are backed by shielded by vaporizing lightning. Open floor / crew quarters / pastimes. Wide open spaces and personal space with equipment lockers. Navigation sensors, expert navigators collecting data and plotting star charts. Tree algae oxygen, the natural atmosphere from Earth circulating the vessel. Consumables, cold storage, medicine, food and ship parts, growing boxes. Science, experimental microscopic test and recording equipment. Processing, the main brain of the ship that monitors and executes power. Power is formed, boosted, and refilled. Hangar deck, space shuttles, C-130s, A-10s, F-117As, and the Averill Aeropad. Water system, water circulates, get filtered, and created by fusing oxygen and hydrogen. Medicine, doctors with microscopes, herbs, fungi, and surgical tools. Official Chickadee document. Spear Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Twirl spear in right and left, up and down quadrants while pulling random strikes. Cured animal gut pulled back, locked, then twisted and triggered spear ballista. Hit with shield, exposing, then spear, fish in a barrel. Spear and lunge to one knee. Wedge the back end of the spear into the ground and step on it. Go crouch and block trample-sized enemies with more push. Impale fallen enemies. Spin the swordsman weapon, exposing hit to zones or maybe disarmament. Hold your spear out further from the middle by adding more weight, counterweight, strike design back end. Paladin armor, horseback jousting, medieval arena, ale and feast. Javelin throw, arrow fletchings from duct tape, lawn darts games. Spear, pike, trident, ice pick, halberd, staff, cattle prod, scythe, rebar, pry bar. Official Chickadee document. Steak Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Cook to temperature, barbecue, oven, grill, outdoor burner, rock by the fire, solar cook stove. Build a red coal bed to stir under a grill on a wood fire. Wrap in leaves and throw on fire. Brine, slice thin and indirectly from the heat place in the smoke chamber. Salt the fat to make it tasty. Pound it with a hammer tenderizer to soften the steak. Sear both sides of the steak, then cook through the middle to lose no flavor. Infuse your favorite soup by adding a can to the pan you're cooking with. Cut sleeves and stuff garlic cloves in, top with pan-roasted onions. Wrap steak in a quilted pattern and cook it on the oven on a sheet with bacon. Slow cook it in liquid to make it pull apart in chunks. Put it on a wooden skewer with vegetable chunks in chunks, then cook it in the heat. Shish kebab finger food. Official Chickadee document. Sword Fight Scroll. Queen Chickadee's Declaration. Flurry of swing, stance, break, kick, power strike. Perpendicular blocks eye the blade tip. Impale fallen enemies. Thrust, pull back body and blade repeat. Under shoulder thrust, sneaking enemy. By manipulation of the thumb, disarm knives with a leather coat. Lunge slash swing. Kick off your blade speedily. Evade into tactical position. Jump or duck, exaggerated sword swings. Quick attack when pulling your blade out. Bellow air onto the coal's hammer. Quench in warm oil, blood, water soup. Damascus folded steel with a twisted strands covered flat hilt. Deflect, block, parry. Give it your full adrenaline to make sure with a retrieve strike. Swing hard to hit the flat part of the blade, disarming it. Put a billet of the best metal in the pot. Gear wheel it over the furnace. Pour it into the cooked clay mold. Pull the water lever. Official Chickadee document. Tackle box scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Boxes. Quick access boxes, assorted sinker boxes, storage dividers, tin boxes, pill/film containers, cloth bags, purpose-specific boxes. Tools, plier, flashlight, live chain, fish whacker, scale, fillet knife, food eggs, whistle, snake bite kit, spare hook, spare fishing line, cable aid, bottle mill. Assorted, TP in a resealable bag, JB Weld, sunglasses, grocery bag, assorted tape, paper, stickers, portable speakers. Lures, wire lead or top water, assorted length, width, color, divers, spinners, jointed divers, mostly spoons, jig head, fly tin, soft baits, weedless, bobbers, worm, harness fish, scent, live bait jar, official Chickadee document. Time travel theory scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Activating unused portions of the brain. Sling around the sun making speed. Connected TVs, radios, message in a bottle. Rock by touching a slick reflection holding to a catalyst pushed by wave. An undiscovered energy repelled by activation, a torn formation. Wormholes in space, the summoning rising from nowhere. Entry into dense alien gases or use of them by expelling animation through condensation and deposition. Falling into time on a landing pod. Grown natural lost spores and combinations. Crystals formed by growing lost seeds. Being magnified into that point by focusing narrow. Being so deeply compressed you just emerge there. Being what's left in the smoke cloud there. Official Chickadee document. Time Splitters 2 game modes. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Deathmatch, kill the other contenders. Team deathmatch, kill the other team. Capture the bag, return the other team's suitcase to your base. Bag tag, there's only one bag, try to keep it. Elimination, game over after X lives. Shrink, body size based on rank. Vampire, killing others extends your lifespan. Thief, collect rewards left behind by dead contenders. Flame tag, if you get tagged and set on fire, pass it on as fast as possible. Virus, when tagged, you stay on fire. Last person alive wins. Regeneration, health regenerates. Leech, gain health by causing damage. Zones, contenders score for zones under their control. Assault, capture the enemy base. Gladiator, only the gladiator can score. Monkey assistant, last place gets helper. Official Chickadee document. Toll booth list. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Thunderbirds, a well-fed bird the size of a cloud that zaps lightning. Angels, physically fit human with wings out the shoulder blades to jump obstacles with blade. Sea monster, a large funny-looking beast of a fish that lands 2 hit every bite. Dragon, specialized elemental flying dinosaur, the final evolution in said practice. Devils, as tough as an angel. Demons who use rage and appear or disappear in a tormented flame. Hydra's 5-headed mythological dinosaur that attacks 6 armies at once, one with its tail. Official Chickadee document. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Chicks. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Basic controls. Ollie. Hold down the A button to crouch. The longer you crouch, the higher you will ollie. Nollie. Tap the L button to get in position, then hit the A button to nollie. Wall ride. Press and hold down the Y button when you're in the air near a wall. Manuals. Tap up, down, or down, up. Nose manual on the control stick when skating or landing. Balance control stick. No comply. Tap up on the control stick and then let go A. Boneless. Fast plant. Bean plant. Tap up. Dash up on the control stick and let go A. To revert, press R or L when landing from big air. You can now continue your combo with a revert. Trick controls. Flip tricks. B. B button, any direction. Grab tricks. X button, any directions. Grind controls. 50-50, parallel, rail press and hold Y. Nose, grind up on control stick and Y. 5-0, down on control stick and Y. Board slide, lip slide, perpendicular and Y. Nose slide, tail slide, side you're on control and Y. Smith feeble, diagonally down and Y. When you're bail, hit buttons, get up fast. Official Chickadee document. Torch scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Rag on a stick soaked in oil unequipped into a torch holder. Mark main pathway and merchants with colored flame. Dispel groups to weave through and block swarms of pests. Alert presence before arrival and show pit depth. Show allies and lead allies. Check scenario progress. Provide light in gloomy maps and light unlimited fires in cold. Scare hungry predators to a more tempting prey or away from a kill. Make potable water and cook raw food. Stabilize toxins in the atmosphere and light traps. Official Chickadee document. Ultima scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Anyone who knows Ultima knows I'm no range restrictions. Ultima, what I say goes. I get what I want. I'm the all-time champion. Ultima does not reflect. Ultima hits the whole squad. Ultima works fine, even confused. I don't fear Fire 3, Quake, Meteor. I'm acquainted with Life 3 and Zombify. Ultima only FX negative. Ultima has a powerful effect. Ultima does not communicate. Ultima is usable by all who learn. Use Ultima twice with quick per turn. Ultima makes a rumbling sound. Ultima grows up and around. Ultima works quick. That's no range restrictions. Ultima. Nor anger, E-strict ions. Ultima or E. Ultima is dangerous. All of us mates. Ultimax, the Canadian Ultima. Ultima is all about Team A. Base Ultima is blue and see-through. Ultima is refilled by magic refills. Ultimate, where are we at? Official Chickadee document. Viola Time Splitter scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. The child of a reclusive aristocratic Contessa, Viola assumes the guise of a traveling troubadour as a cover for her true mission to destroy evil wherever it bears its ugliness. Story total 5 silver. Arcade total 22 bronze, 14 silver, 19 gold, 6 platinum. Played for 1 day, 8 hours, 28 minutes, 18 seconds. Insomnia 7 hours, 9 minutes, 36 seconds. Distance 329.2 miles. Speed 101 miles per hour. Game 718. Kills 7,555. Losses 2,574. Shots 191,345. Accuracy 24%. Detached heads 841. Limbs 676. Played by Grant Gibson. Longest streak 318. Longest spree 25. 300 UFOs, 4 civilian casualties, 82 characters. ICP, Viola, and the Joker send in the clowns. 2 double-barrel shotguns, no misfires. 20 pace back flip. Official Chickadee document. Weed scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Germinate. Seeds in glass of water 14 to 18 hours on a timer. Fold seeds in a wet paper towel until 1/2 to 3/4 inch taproot forms. Don't air seal. Plant seeds a fingertip deep in soil for about 3 weeks, not too much water. Small plants, place in sunlight, rotate, keep the soil damp, turn on a fan to strengthen the stems, maybe music gets alive. Plant outside, dig an extra large hole and line the bottom with gravel. Mix good and regular soil and fill the hole. Pack loosely. Seedlings, leaves formed 6 to 10 inches tall, plant in hole, pack, fill divot. Secure with a tomato basket or a tree branch broken off and string. Large buckets of water every day. Harvest before the fall rain or when enough hairs turn orange. Cut the plant. Snip all the fan leaves and trim bud leaf. Hang it to dry, pluck, jar, bag, freeze. Official chickadee document. Zombie scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Rip the arrow from the bow and stab 2 close zombies with it. Have an incendiary, flashbang, or frag grenade already equipped in the dog pen. You gotta shoot the chainsaw zombie in the leg first to slow it down. Every day is like shooting the dynamite zombie first. Group zombies in the grape shot cannon shotgun radius. Must be a 50 cal handgun on the map somewhere. What you sellin'? I'll buy it at a good price. USS Umbrella Security Services zombies, mature zombies, not the kind you see on TV. Sheep wool and cured leather, warm, snazzy coat. Microscope with a sample of zombie testing substances like herbs you can make remedy tea of. Green herb, chicken egg, fresh fish. Official chickadee document. Zulu code scroll. Queen Chickadee's declaration. Zulu starts at birth, Mama Robin. You find you feel in certain ways you Zulu. Your first taste of Zulu inspiration needs to be fed. You begin practicing Zulu by yourself and training with others. You learn new ways to Zulu and discover new fashions of Zulu for them. Use your Zulu with new Zulu tools. Once you make your first mistake, Zulu time shock sets in. Before you may proceed, you receive Zulu terms. You then seek out Zulu orders. You watch what's going on and discover a Zulu telescope and periscope to see more. You make Zulu Squad Alliances members. You unlock the best Zulu slots. Your Zulu in silence gets noticed. You receive wax seals from the Queen and encrypted orders from 5-star generals. You master Zulu, you're now in control. You get proper things done in time. You find stuff that Zulu still likes. 1, 2, 3, let's lock it down. Official chickadee document.